What's good, gente? It's your boy Big C. Ya saben, homie. And first off, I want to say gracias to the homie that fucking made me this thumbnail. I appreciate it, homie. That shit fucking you get off, bro. I like that shit. It's just hard, homie. Um, so Sam Mines, ya sabes. Today pretty much we're gonna be talking about the Bulldogs and even some compas, right? Because I'm gonna describe like kind of like because we have a lot of things that alike, to be quite real. That's why a lot of people like to say that pretty much we're like the Bulldogs, right? Like the Riders and stuff, which we're not, but we do have a lot of things alike. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I guess I could start with the things that we have alike. I guess like we both choose not to politic and go against anyone that tries to oppress us. You know what I'm saying? We are all against the grain, renegades in our own way. You get me? Pretty much have the same enemies. Because inside the prison walls, it's the same characters that want to take us out. It's the same ones that they want to get them with, whether it be South or North or White. You know what I'm saying? It's all the groups. It's exactly the same. We don't have no hierarchy. Like we program as a group. Same thing with them. Um, what else? We're able to make our own decisions. Like if we want to get off, we get off. If we don't, we don't. But in all situations, we get off. You get me? But so that's another thing that we have alike. Um, in the whole, we tend to fuck with each other a lot. You get me? Like we'll assist each other. Especially when I was in San Quentin, like well, the Bulldog program with us, homie. There was only two. Right there in the reception, so they came straight with us. And we also program on the same yards at times. You know what I'm saying? I know some people are gonna be like, "Nah, those Bulldogs are dropouts and this and that." Nah, bro. It's you guys gotta understand this whole integrating shit has been happening like for a minute already. You get me? So like on certain prisons, they're already considered dropout all the way, like all the yards, right? So like when Bulldogs land there, most of them they continue programming the same, bro. You get me? Like they continue programming the same, and nothing changes for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually gonna be making another video, on the cutthroats. You get me? And I didn't really get to experience too much with them to be quite real because the Bulldogs that were there in Corcoran they got off on them. You get me? But like I said, some people are gonna say they're dropouts, and some it's just like it depends, homie. Because to my knowledge, they don't politic, homie, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. You get me? And that's something that I always respected, homie. So they should fucking respect their elders, I guess, from their hoods and shit, because they fucking paint that way for them. You get me? On the whole renegade, they were considered the first renegades, to be quite real. Um, and that's why they point us out as like kind of like as them as well, G, because how we went against the grain and started pushing against the cause and all that. They consider us the same thing, right? Especially now that we're in every city, like there's compas everywhere. So they want to put us like that, but the thing is, we're a movement, right? Not every city is gonna be having pockets or people that actually like actually bang, homie. Because you gotta understand, like the Bulldogs, they're still banging, homie. They're right there in Fresno. They put in their work, and they got the ops trying to get them, and they're over there getting the ops. And sometimes they have dog and dog fight. You know what I'm saying? Dog eats dog at times. You get me? It's just part of the game, homie. And on all the yards where I've been with like around Bulldogs, pretty much, we've been cool with them. They've been cool with us. We tend to work out at times together. Um, I know that every yard's different. You know what I'm saying? That's why I mentioned when they would be around. You get me? Every yard's different. So maybe on the higher levels, people set trip a little bit more, but like on the threes And twos, we were fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? I used to kick it with them tough. Um, there was times where like, well, we would kind of get into it just because I ended up pulling a bulldog, homie. To be quite real, the compa Jordan and shit. I ended up pulling him. But this wasn't just a regular bulldog, bro. He was from the Bay. To be quite real, he stayed right there in Richmond. Um, and he was a cool little youngster. To be quite real, you know, he had bulldogs blasted on him. He had the little collar on him, and we had nothing but love for him, bro. And like right there where we were at, we were hella cool with with the whole Fresno Bulldogs. You get me? The whole we say it as a car because that's how I used to mention everybody like, oh, he's from the 831 car or he's from the 408. You get me? But like the Fresno car, I consider them all together because even if they weren't Bulldogs and if they were from Fresno, homie, you would see them there with them. You get me? And they would rock with them. And they take care of their people, homie. Just that's off tops. You get me? And I remember they did kind of trip out when I pulled that bulldog. They were like kind of tripping. Not all of them, but the one that started getting that shit going was a little youngster. That was in my building. We had like about, I want to say 6 bulldogs there. Shout outs to all of them that were there. Um, I would fuck it, man. I would mention their names. Bear, homie, Sam Mines, Casper. I already mentioned the one that we pulled, and I can't really remember the other fool, the little youngster that was tripping. I can't remember if it was Lucky or what, but I believe it was Lucky. And that fool was tripping. Oh, there was another one. Fuck. He used to tattoo, homie. That fool got off. Hey, fuck. What was his name? I'll come back to it, homie, because that fool got off. Hey, that's the homie right there. Shout outs. Last time I talked to him, he was in Hawaii and shit, living life. So if you're watching this, bro, I Sam Mines G, but I'm gonna try to remember your name right now. But pretty much, so the little youngster started tripping, right? So the ones in my building, they kind of seen it coming, right? Because they would tell the youngster like, "Hey, bro, you kick it with old boy a little too much, like woo woo," and then he used to be like, "Well, fuck, I can do whatever the fuck I want." And well, I would tell him straight up, like, "Hey, bro, like, well, you guys don't politic like that, right? We don't either, G." And he's like, "Oh, okay, but yeah, he's still from the Fresno car, though, you know, he's still a bulldog." And I'm like, "Yeah, I understand that, homie, but we don't trip, homie. We got your guys' back, and whatever, right?" And pretty much with time, bro, well, he did get attached to us, bro. He used to fucking kick it with us hella tough. And right there, allegedly, right, we had shit going, we had shit sewed up. You get me? And pretty much, well, he ended up wanting to get embraced, bro. He hit me up one day, like, hey, we had a conversation. And I have him on one of my pictures, to be quite real. On that group picture, he's the one like throwing it up, like bending down. And I was like, look, G, I'll tell you like this, bro. If you're serious about it, homie, like really think about it. And I shot him what he needed to see, you know. And I was like, if you're really serious, homie, we'll take the next step, you know. And yeah, he said, yeah, homie. Like he took like 2 weeks, and like he told me, and I was like, yeah, bro. Like so I was like, look, bro, we gotta put you through the process. You get me? But once you get through the process, pretty much, homie, people are gonna know what's up, you know. So when that shit was going on, let me drink some water, bro. Dispensa. It's because I get dry throat because I be blazing a lot, and I was smoking. But so we put him on the thing, bro, and that little youngster started tripping on him, right? Because he started throwing bunnies at us and shit, and started kind of tripping, homie. So he ended up bringing it up to the whole little fucking, like, to the other bulldogs from the other buildings and kicked up some fuzz, right? Once we started seeing them group up, I kind of seen where it was going, bro. They were gonna either get off on the homie that was kicking it and getting embraced, you know. They're gonna get off on them to solve the issue, or there was gonna be like a little melee with us, right? And them. So I went to go jam him up, bro. I was like, hey, bro. So I jammed up the ones that were in the other buildings. I was like, hey, get your boys together. I just need to talk to all you fools, you know. So we explained it to him what was going down, and it's the thing got dropped. Pretty much, they told old boy like, look, G, if you go to Fresno and you have a bunny on you, pretty much we're gonna smash you. You get me? And well, up here in the pen it's different. You know what I'm saying? But in there, I was like, if you get caught in the county and you're running with us, we're gonna get you, bro. And he's like, it is what it is, you know. It's like I don't even stay in Fresno to be quite real. I stay in the Bay, homie, but I'm a bulldog. You get me? I guess he had like a family member that had pulled him and shit. But he originally his hood was from fucking. It's actually from Fresno, but he didn't live there no more. And most of his time he's been getting busted right there and by the like Richmond area and shit. And so this fool was like, nah, well, I ain't tripping, bro. And I told old boy, I was like, hey, if old boy wants to, like the little youngster that started this shit, if he wants to get off, like, well, we can make it happen. And he's like, nah, homie, it's all good. At the end of the day, it was like, we ain't tripping, homie, it's good. Well, later down the line, the homie ended up getting a bow tie, right? And some bunny ears on the bulldog that he had on his arm. So then they started tripping, you get me? And, let me remind you, he's this homie is not the first bulldog that we have in the movement. You know, we do have a couple bulldogs. Shout out to the compa that's right there in Salinas Valley. I San Mines comps, you know what I'm saying? We do have compas that are bulldogs and they rock with us, homie. And it's just the fact that, like I said, homie, it's like a brotherhood while we're in there, homie. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole different game. Even while you're in there and out here, it's a whole different thing, brother. Most of the compas, they show real carnalismo. I know that lately you guys haven't really been seeing none of that shit. But in reality, there is a lot of carnalismo. But let me get back to the subject. And even though the compas that we do have that were, we don't even consider them ex-Bulldogs, bro, because they still bang that shit. You get me? How at times I be saying fucking throwing up my hood. They throw up their hood regardless. Even if they're compas, you get me? They ain't tripping on shit like that. But now, do I think that the Bulldogs like the fact that there's Bulldogs that become compas? I'm pretty sure they don't, bro. You get me? I'm pretty sure they don't. But like I said, it tends to happen, and well, technically, the ones that do end up joining, well, it's a whole different game for them now. You get me? But the thing is, we do have a lot of respect for the Bulldogs, and well, we consider them an ally in certain spots. You get me? And it is what it is, bro. I just wanted to send my respects to them. I hope that they fucking stop getting put in these fucked up predicaments, and I hope that they continue striving, homie. They're a uh, firme ass people, homie. To be quite real, you know what I'm saying? It's raza at the end of the day, and well, fuck, homie. No one should be going through the shit that they're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? So respects to Fresno and all the Bulldogs out there, homie. I send my love in full. This video was pretty much for you guys and the compas, but more to explain to people why, because they be always asking if we have ex Bulldogs that are compas, and explain a little bit of why they call us just like you guys, that they say that we're alike. You get me? But this video, I hope that you guys like it. So hit a thumbs up if you did. If not, pégale dos veces, way. And yeah, man, make sure to subscribe and make sure to leave comments. Let me know what you guys think. I know that most of the time I could be adding way more stuff, but well, your boy gets high, homie. Spencer, you know what I'm saying? I take my dabs or I take a bowl and I tend to zone out, homie. You know, so Spencer. But I send mine some food to everyone, homie. To all the norteños, the Bulldogs, the Sureños, the blacks, the whites. I send my love in full to all you guys, bro. Stay up. You know what I'm saying?
And just so people know, E.B.K is a certified compadre. You know?